what you need to know about Carnival cabins. If you've never sailed on a Carnival ship before, you need to watch this video to learn why Carnival cruise cabins are different than hotel rooms, what this card is all about, and why you need to protect it with your life. My precious. My name is Ruben and I am not a cruise expert, but I've stayed at a Holiday Inn Express. And that is important because if you have ever stayed in a hotel room, well, they are very different than the cruise cabins you get on a Carnival ship. The first thing you need to know about is how to find your cabin. Check out this playlist with ship tours of all the Carnival Long Beach ships. Now that we've toured a good part of the ship, our cabin is probably ready. On embarkation day, unless you have a suite or faster than fun, you probably won't be able to access your cabin until around 1:30. And yes, Diamond and Platinum have the same privileges, but well, you already know what you're doing, right? Also note that even if you do have this early access, you are only allowed to drop off your luggage and you need to leave. Carnival asks that you do not stay in your cabin because this will allow the amazing crew to finish getting your cabin and everyone else's cabin ready. Now, once the cruise director has announced that the cabins are ready, you can head to your cabin. The first few numbers of your cabin tell you which deck you are on. The even cabin numbers are on the left or port side of the ship. The odd numbers are on the right side or starboard side of the ship. Once you find your cabin, you will see a little envelope like this. Open it up to find your sign and sail card. Guard this card with your life because you will use it for just about everything. Now, I'm going to explain why you need this card later. First, let's use our sign and sail card to go inside. If this is your first time cruising, let me explain a little bit about cruise ship cabins, which are very different than any hotel room that you get on land. Cruise cabins are much smaller than even the smallest hotel room. Now, Radiance cabin sizes range anywhere from 125 all the way up to 465 square feet. Firenze cabin sizes range from 170 all the way up to 335 square feet. Panorama cabin sizes range from 160 to 560 square feet. For comparison, the average hotel room is 300 square feet. So many of your interior cabins can be 25% the size of the biggest suite and half the size of your typical hotel room. Now, no matter which cabin you get, they will all have similar essentials. Most cabins have 2 twin-size beds that can be pushed together to make a king. When you first book or when you check in, you have the option to change the configuration. Now, some cabins have fold-down bunk beds and/or a couch that convert to a bed. There are a few cabins that only have one single bed and a fold-down, pull-down bunk bed, and it only has a max capacity of 2 people. Pro tip, if you are trying to cram as many people as you can into a cruise cabin, look into the pricing for 2 cabins instead. Oftentimes, it is around the same price for 2 cabins with 2 people each as it is for 1 cabin with 4 people. Another pro tip is to share this video with the friends and family that you're cruising with. It helps out my channel tremendously, and I really appreciate it, so thank you. In the bathroom, you will have a sink, toilet, and shower. You get a soap bar, and in the shower, there is body wash and shampoo. On the Firenze and Venezia, it is a body wash shampoo combo. So, if you are picky about your products, then I recommend bringing your own. I love these travel-sized bottles for that. I'll put an Amazon link for the travel bottles, shampoo, and conditioner I use in the description below. If you want to see my 21 must-pack Amazon cruise items, check out this video here. Now, back out in the cabin, you will have at least 1 table with various electrical outlets for both 110 and 220 volt power. On the Radiance, if you are on decks 2 or 5, you will also have electrical and USB outlets by your bed and bedside lamp, but your access to power is usually pretty limited. Also remember that you are not allowed to bring power strips or anything with surge protection because it is a fire hazard. Your cabin does come with a hairdryer, but you might want to bring your own. Just know that some of the crazy high wattage hairdryers might not work. You also have a cooler that is technically not a refrigerator, but will keep things cold and is pretty handy. Many Carnival cabins have been retrofitted and now have these motion sensor nightlights, which are really handy. I still like bringing an additional nightlight though, for the monsters. Your cruise cabin will also have some cabinets that have hangers, drawers, and a safe. Note that different cabins will have different configurations, and some are better than others. And another pro tip, when you're done unpacking, put your luggage underneath the bed for more space. Your sign and sail card. No matter which deck your cabin is on, you probably want to get back out to the fun. But first,
let me take a selfie.
Actually, this is a great tip, which is to take some photos and videos of your cabin right now when it looks immaculate and amazing. It will never look this good again during your trip. Okay, before we leave our cabin, always remember to bring your sign and sail card because it is how you get into your cabin. You will also use your sign and sail card for almost everything on the ship. You need it to get an alcoholic beverage even if you have the Cheers program. You need it to buy specialty coffee or shakes even if you have Cheers Zero Proof program. And you also need it to make any purchases at the fun shops or the spa. Hand your card to the crew. That's one reason I love this lanyard because it has a quick release. I spent way too much time looking through Amazon to find this one that I like. Link in the description if you're interested. Remember that almost every time you purchase something, there will be an automatic 18% gratuity added to it. That's why they make you sign for it. You will also get charged for tax while you are in US waters. It's up to you if you want to add an additional gratuity. You will also need your sign and sail card when you leave the ship so that you can get back on board. And very important, on disembarkation day, you will need your card to check out and leave. So don't pack it up with your stuff and put it in your checked luggage the night before. So a lot of people ask me, Adam, how do I buy an alcoholic beverage before I get my sign and sail card? Well, first of all, my name's not Adam. Second of all, keep your boarding pass handy and give it to the bartenders. They can use that to charge it to your account. One last thing to remember to do is to check out this playlist with ship tours of all the Carnival ships sailing out of Long Beach.